Since we found out that anything could happen, anything could happen, anything could happen.
For those of you excited about and following our new moving adventure, this is the land I posted a while ago that we were offered to live on. So I'm at the moment trying to secure a mobile home that works with our situation, and I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world.
Hey friends, I think I owe you a moving update. Before I start, that's not a hickey, it's a cat scratch. I wish. Now that I'm seated comfortably. Like many other people at this time, I'm struggling financially. I'm not here to complain, and don't worry about me. But I haven't been able to pay rent. It hasn't been paid since November, so I have to leave. And I'm so blessed and privileged in the fact that my friend many moons ago offered me this land if ever I needed it. So I do own a van. It's the only thing I own. I found somebody who wants to buy it. He put a deposit on it. I'm not getting what I put into it, but it's okay. So with that deposit money, I was able to buy a car, and I'm pretty much finalizing a mobile home. I went yesterday to look at it, and that will be brought up to the land. Now, there's no electricity or running water on the land. So I'm going to be living off grid, and I have a lot to learn, but please don't worry, I'll figure it out. And reception is spotty, but I'll do my best to keep you posted. On my bucket list, move to Ireland. Check. Have a daughter. Check. Own my own tiny home in a fairy forest. I never thought that would be possible. I'm so glad. I hope your dreams come true. I really do. I want you all to feel this way. Thanks for all your support.
So pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo. So much space. When you're out there without care.
Friends, I wanted to do a quick check-in. I'm literally horizontal, resting with my feet up because moving is exhausting. Most of my stuff is in, bar a few small things that I can do easily. There are quite a few major problems with the mobile home that I wasn't anticipating, so safe to say I'm a little stressed, but it'll all get done. I will go to YouTube University and learn how to do some major things. It's no joke, this type of moving, but I'm really excited to give you the full tour. In the meantime, look at a few pictures of some of my views and enjoy, and thanks for coming along. I'll be around more in the next few days, hopefully. Good night.
Her hair is hollow gold, her lips sweet surprise. Betty Davis eyes, she'll turn the music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes.
It's so loud. So we spent our first official night completely off grid. We had candles, but it was dark. Rain poured down, but later, around 3 a.m., the sky cleared and I was treated to a blanket of stars. After living in town for so many years, this was a gift.
Let me see the sun anticipating. Keep me going till the morning light.
Hey guys, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm in my rental house. It's completely emptied out. We're here just to shower and charge our devices. We are 3 nights in now, living off grid. We got gas heat yesterday, so it only heats up one room, but it allows me to cook, which is amazing. This morning I made my first ever coffee using filtered rainwater. I feel like I'm going to spend the rest of my life cleaning human litter and cat litter because that seems to be occupying a lot of my time. The only downside right now is that we have no electricity. My phone is an iPhone 6, so it holds a charge for maybe 20 minutes. And it's pretty dark at night. So we've just been using candles and being truly off grid. I'm a little nervous not having a phone out in the middle of nowhere, but other than that, it's quite amazing. Thanks for joining us, truly.
Gonna feel like it feels like home. So everybody clap your hands if it feels like.
It don't matter if you're gonna stray, 'cause tomorrow will come, it's gonna be okay. Yeah. Never even better if you sleep on it. 'Cause when you wake up in the evening, gonna throw it all away. Feels like you.
Hello friends! This is my first actual talking video from my little mobile home, my off-grid mobile home. So I took this very seriously, acknowledging the she when I moved here. She is, I don't think you're supposed to call them fae or fairy, maybe someone else who knows more can chime in, but the she are the mystical folk, and I know we're not supposed to thank them or take anything or ask anything of them, so my daughter and I have made some offerings, and we have a little stone. I'll try to attach it to this video somehow, but we've come in peace and complete respect for them.
Just got lost and slept right through the dawn, and the world spins round now.
Hey guys, I only get short bursts of internet, but I have to come on here and just say thank you so much to all of you who have been supporting me, who have been sending me cheeky little gifts, thoughtful donations. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. It's so unexpected, it's so unnecessary, and I do want to cry. I just want you to know how much it helps me. This journey's not easy. Getting up every day and facing the challenges that I face, it helps knowing I have all of you to share it with. Somehow it makes it more tolerable. I don't know, that I have all of you, wonderful strangers and yet friends, along this ride with me, I shouldn't say ride. I should know better. But I just want to say thank you so much. Your gifts are not unnoticed. I am just so busy and I barely have internet, but I want you to know how grateful I am and how much it means to me and my daughter. Thank you so much. Hey friends, I have some pretty bad news for those of you following my journey. I'm doing my best to stay on the positive side, but I want to show you something that we discovered in the mobile, and it's currently unlivable. So we found a wet patch down there. And we started pulling back, and this is where the toilet, closet, and shower room were. So if you know my situation, you know this was a hiccup that I can't quite handle. I don't know the answer right now, but the chassis underneath is also rusted, so a lot needs to be done. If anyone has any tidbits, pointers. Wow, guys, this is definitely a journey. It's not for the faint-hearted. I'm losing my voice. I'm so stressed out, guys. This is so bad. This is so bad. Oh. Good morning, guys. I lost my voice from stress, but I have some positive things. I'm just gonna write it so you don't have to listen to it. Oh my God. From Sandra. Enjoy your gift, Lee, from your Canadian TikTok friend in Donegal. At the Canadian Immigrant, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. This will be so helpful for us. Thank you. I'm gonna be so buff. Mobile home misadventure update part 2, I think. Scrub-a-dub-dub. No one's in a tub. Got that bit too. I was double masking and I had glasses on. Don't worry, guys. So after that dries, I'm going to paint with this to seal it. 1, 2, 3, something or other. And we still plan on replacing the plywood in the back bedroom because we'll be sleeping in there, so that's just the right thing to do. So this is the chassis that we're worried about. Looked like this happened upon moving it. It's basically collapsing underneath. So we'll be using the blocks and the timber to kind of add support. And once all is said and done, that's the vinyl we're going with. It's not as gray in real life, it's more oaky, I don't know. So I'm gonna let all that vinegar and water that I've scrubbed on the mold dry, and I'll come back tomorrow to paint. Look at that sky. Thanks for joining, friends. Happy weekend. And I want to give you all the deets about the mobile home and how it all went wrong. So I found it on Done Deal. I reached out to the guy. He said, sorry, it's already sold, but here's my number in case you decide you want something cheap and cheerful. So I reached out to him and he said, actually, the one you wanted is available now. The guy decided not to get it. Do you want to come see it? So I went down to the dealership, which is where it was, and saw it. So the person I was dealing with is the grandson. He's a full-grown adult, but he's the grandson of the person who owns the dealership. It's an entire family-run business. His uncle is the one who actually transported it to my land. I was very honest with him. I said, I know nothing about mobile homes. I'm super unhandy. He saw my child. I said, we're moving off grid. This needs to be ready to live in and safe for my child. He also knew I was using the last of my savings to buy this. So I noticed a soft spot on the floor, and he said, if I fix that, will you buy it? I said, yes, as long as you fix the source. So he determined that it was from the skylight, which he charged me to fix, and he said he sorted the floor. They brought it to the land, they set it up. He was under the chassis and saw it all, and he told me it was a good chassis. The kicker is I paid into his personal
I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. Now this is a story all about how my life got split, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Hey friends, I'm officially back in the mobile home. It's technically no longer a mobile home because it's not mobile. We kind of built a foundation. I will show you a picture. So for now, you can see we put some timber all the way around the bottom external bit of the frame and kind of props it up a bit better. So it's more secure now. Aside from that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the name. It's called Dragonfly Cottage. And there's a story behind that. But before I tell you, I wanted you to know that this is not just my cottage anymore. So many of you donated so kindly, and it's because of you that I was able to get new plywood for the flooring and that timber for the frame. So I think it's all of our cottage now. You gonna help me clean it? Just kidding. Okay, so dragonflies have always landed on me, especially during really pivotal moments. And when my friend showed me this land, a dragonfly came into the car. Look at this. It literally flew in and landed inside the car. That's a sign.
Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it.
Well, it's a literal construction site at the moment. This is where we're sleeping. We have great views though. We have no flooring or walls. You can see where they were all ripped out. And so everything's just here for the moment until the flooring's put in. Why set it all up if we have to change it again? And this is everything we ripped out. So we're probably going to have a bonfire or get a skip. Yep, it's a construction site, folks. But we're in and we have a place to sleep. And I'll give you some more information in a bit on, you know, like how we're using the toilet and showering. It's all a work in progress. Huge lessons for us, but one man's trash is another man's treasure, so they say, right? Well, we're happy anyway. Thanks for asking. Friends, how is everybody? My animals say hello. Hello. So, I'm wrapping up my first full week living off-grid, and it's really important to me that I'm authentic with you and real. I do my best to stay on the positive side. It's a conscious effort, but the reality is this is not easy. I'm completely and utterly exhausted. I really took for granted the common conveniences, so I just wanted to show you a little bit about how we function here. I knew we would be using a compost toilet, but this is the current toilet situation. It's behind a curtain since we don't have any walls for a toilet anymore. And I dump it every morning outside into a compost area. I don't have a shower, so this is how I washed my hair the other night. Vinegar, essential oils, and some boiling water. I stuck my head in the pot, literally. I use this container to wash my dishes, and the stuff in the window is basically acting as a fridge because it's cold there. Thank goodness for this filter, drinking water.
From a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. Where's this high love I've been thinking of?
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds, which by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, singing, this is a message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing
address this because I have received thousands of comments like this. Yes, I agree. Also, I'm hiding in my car, waiting for people to collect their freaking laundry so I can wash mine. Anyway, so I don't want to romanticize living off-grid. Now, I made the choice to live off-grid because my only other option financially was to go back to the States, and I wouldn't take my daughter away from her entire life here. She's lived here more than half of her life now, so I couldn't do that. The way I live off-grid is not ideal. I have friends here who live off-grid. They have a form of running water. Their mobile homes are secured to the ground. Mine's not. It could go blowing over at any moment. I have no running water. They have electricity in some form. I'm literally living like in a tin box with nothing. We washed our dishes in the stream yesterday. So yes, it's ideal, but if I had the funds and finances, I would live off grid in a way that would be more sustainable and comfortable. You know what I mean? Hey friends, I just finished my outdoor shower. I wanted to show you where I wash my dishes and where I shower off grid in Ireland. So to wash the dishes, I take my handy little bucket down here. It's a bit of a hike. Still walking. 20 minutes later. This is it. I have a little waterfall, and this is where we do the dishes. All clean. Now onto the shower. I have been shower hopping, but I have an interview tomorrow, and I wanted my hair nice and clean. So, okay, there's my outdoor shower. Woo! And my vinegar. Don't get any cheeky ideas. I had my clothes on. This is my view when I shower. The pile of rubble that I'm saving up to get rid of. I think I'm turning into one with nature. The biggest challenge is simply keeping my devices charged. It seems so minor, but like for safety reasons, I have to have a cell phone, and I also do work from home. So that's actually been the biggest challenge. And getting fresh water. I created a barrel with netting on top to collect rainwater, and yet it's like empty and I can't figure it out. But aside from those things, staying warm, but it's been warm lately, we've been lucky. Aside from those things, yes, I actually got really scared last night. My dog woke me up and she was barking and running around like crazy. And I thought somebody was outside, so I was really freaked out, but I found out an animal was into our rubbish outside. But I have sensor lights, and thank goodness I have my big vicious doggo, there she is, to keep us safe. So I don't feel unsafe here, but I do get a bit scared. I'm a big baby though. Hi Nat, thanks for your question, comment. So getting a job and buying a house, it's a bit more privileged than I am at the moment. I'm an American, obviously, living in Ireland with my daughter. I'm a single mother. My closest family, free childcare, is over 5,000 miles away. I sunk every last bit of my savings into a business that I launched last year, a couple weeks before the country closed down from coronavirus. Because of my visa, I'm not entitled to any benefits. I did have an interview recently with a job that would much more suit being a single mother and my daughter's schedule. And even with that job, on top of the work I get remotely, I would still be what is considered on the breadline. So even affording rent is kind of out of my realm of possibilities at the moment. So this was the best option in our scenario, and I'm making the most of it. I almost died. Okay, that was eventful. Let me have a seat here in my beautiful outdoor area. Ooh, okay. Whew. Sorry, it's really sunny, so I'll have to do this. Okay, so I have come to the realization through this experience and sharing it with all of you. This is some like weird social experiment. Based on the comments that I get, some people are like, wow, that's my dream. Other people are like, you can't live like that with your child. It's not right. And hi, kitty. And so what I realized is that, and I said this to somebody in a comment, one man's struggle might be another man's dream. So it's really, you can't comment on things like that, right? Because it's all about perspective. And that's what I keep telling you guys. Like, we're not, I mean, yeah, it's tough going, but like, I have a gratitude mindset, and I take this as a positive experience. And thank you all so much for your support in all of this. Okay friends, lots of you have been asking for a tour. Well, it's in quite a state. We are still unpacking, stuff is everywhere. It's a mess, but I'll show you what I can so far. So, there's the entrance. I have to build all kinds of shelves over here. We have a water station. It's our bedroom back here. We draw the curtains at night. My bed is over there. This is our toilet area. There's 2 curtains, so the other curtain hides the loo. This bit is really messy. Still have so much to put away. But there we have it. Our humble little abode. I'll definitely give you an update once it's completely organized and I can show you all the little details of how we live off-grid. So thanks for joining and stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Which way to something better? Which way to forgiveness? Which way do I go? Yeah, it's time to move on. Time to get going. What lies ahead I have no way of knowing. But under my feet, baby, grass is growing. Yeah, it's time to move on. Time to get.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows?
Hi friends, lots of you wanted an outdoor tour. Well, it's really in not great condition, but I'll show you. And then I'll also put in text here what I plan to do with the area. So this is the front entrance. There she blows. There's my pile of rubble that needs to be handled. I have a walled garden here. There's the shed behind the rubble with my shower. And over here is the compost that I made. I will be painting these to make a deck with. So around the front I've been planting all willow here. There will be a fence going from this wood to the corner of the house with a gate here. And eventually there will be a deck over there. We have little pathways down to our secret garden. So here we are making a willow tunnel that will lead to our fire pit and our seated area. And my daughter has a willow dome she's working on over there. There's our rain catching water thingy.
My bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire. Your bestie says she want parties, so can we make these flames go higher? Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane. Chucking more fina, ane.
Hey friends, welcome to your off-grid mobile home in Ireland called Dragonfly Cottage. Not too much has changed since the last time you were here. Oh, isn't that lovely? So, we have the living space. We have the kitchen space. We'll be painting soon, so everything's set up for that. All of this will be cabinets in the near future. Some requests to see the loo. So I've left the curtain back for you. There it is! Hey! Alright, so this is my daughter's bed and my bed. I have a closet. We still have stuff to put away, clearly. But there that is. And if there's anything you want to see specifically, let me know. I'd be happy to share with you. Bye!
Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I am happy to be stuck with you. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you.
Hey friends, welcome to rainy and dreary Ireland. Okay, so if you've been following along, you know I've been such a busy bee. I have been trimming, cutting, and planting close to 100 willow on my land. I'm still going. Anyway, today the Forestry Service stopped by and they donated 100 broadleaf trees. So I have some elder and some oak, and I decided that, and look, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's serious. Back in February, when I discovered all the issues with my home, so many of you came to our rescue, and it's because of you that my daughter and I were able to fix the floor and secure the chassis and remain in this house and on this land. And so I decided that every single tree I plant is going to be in honor of you. It's all in honor of you. Your names are all over my welcome sign, and now my land is going to be filled with trees all in your honor. Not just my land, it's all of ours. I say it over and over again.
Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds. Poor people gonna rise up, get their share.
Thank you for your comment. I do tend to be somebody who is upbeat and joyful, but don't be fooled. I'm really the devil incarnate. Just kidding. No, in fairness, I'm not like that every day. I do spend the majority of my mornings setting intentions, digging deep to find that joy. But I'm human, and let's be real. I am not like that every moment of every day, and I'd be lying to you if I let you believe that. I'd also be causing those of you who struggle to find joy to feel bad about yourselves, and that's not right, because I do think that happiness comes from many different things, but that one of the things is the chemicals within our body, and we can't be responsible for that always, right? So yes, I am a happy, bubbly, positive person generally, but I'm human, and I have my moments, and sometimes I struggle to get out of bed, just like the best of us. But thank you for loving my joy, because I get joy from being here with you.
I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you.
Right, so this video is trending again, so I'm getting a lot of comments about washing the dishes in the stream. Let me clarify some things for you. The stream is rainwater runoff. I'm at the base, well, middle way down a large hill, and the only thing between myself and the top of the hill is forestry. Forestry that is decades old. So there's nothing recently sprayed there, no farm animals, nothing from the source of the water down to me. It's literally runoff from any rain, and it catches into I don't know what, and it comes down. I can follow the stream all the way up the mountain. There's nothing in it. It's safe as a stream in nature can be. When like one of your old videos goes viral and then you have to kind of answer a million questions all over again? Well, this one keeps coming up, so I'm going to address it. I have a lot of new followers wondering why on earth I'm subjecting myself to this lifestyle. Why do I do it? Trust me, if I was going to live off grid on my own desire and will, I would have done it differently. This was a last-ditch effort to remain in Ireland. My business failed from coronavirus. I'm a single mother receiving no benefits, and I couldn't pay my rent. I work a remote job where I make a couple $100 American a month, and that's it. That's my entire income. So how could I survive here when I couldn't afford rent? How could I stay in Ireland? I chose the cheapest option, the most efficient, the most affordable, and immediate. We're making do. And this is what life is for us right now. Hopefully it's temporary. It's how much we love Ireland.
Doechii, why don't you introduce yourself to the class? Okay? Hi, my name's Doechii with 2 eyes. I feel anxious when I'm high.
Hey friends, something that I always guarantee here is my authenticity, and I really just want to be transparent with you about this off-grid experience. Many of you ask me if this is my long-term plan and also what my greatest dreams are. This is not my long-term plan. This was a last-ditch effort so that I could remain in Ireland. Everything I do on this land is temporary, and I know that. And it's tough kind of putting in all this effort every day to survive and make sure it's functional for my daughter, my dog, myself, and making sure that it's temporary as well. This is not my land. I'm renting it. My dream has always been to have my own place, my own little patch of earth, off the road somewhere, completely private, and a small cottage. Something that is ours, security, knowing I would never have to leave again. Being somewhere temporarily gives me a lot of anxiety, and yet that's what I'm dealing with right now, and that's my current situation, and I'm doing my best to make the most of it.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs.
Guess what? Best news, guys! Okay, so I just got home after my first full day of work, and two of my good friends were here at Dragonfly Cottage with a surprise for me.
Get your money, man. Life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away, and be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way.
All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.
I never thought I'd have living off-grid in Ireland. No water. So, we completely ran out of rainwater. It hasn't rained in a while. We've gone to every spring and well, and they're all dry. So here's my daughter filling up from drip drops. Can't find a petrol station nearby our house that has any taps. I just almost fell. I have never seen it so dry. Look, this is normally all water. Who would be climbing in a dress and sandals? Me! Look at this though. What? We also found hair. You never hear from us again. We dehydrated. In Ireland. No water. Wow, guys, so I got lots of comments on that video, lots of suggestions. Thanks for the suggestions. I had no idea you could get water from graveyards. I have to find one close enough to my house. So typically what I would do is, near my daughter's school, there's a petrol station, and I get my water there if I don't have enough rainwater. Now that I started my new job, I drive a completely different way, and I've been unable to find a water source other than Holy Wells between my house and my current job. Duh, I know that I can go get water in the shop. Not that I really want to spend the few euro I have on that. But the thing is, yesterday and today, my daughter has a head cold and I'm a single mother. And if anyone understands what it's like to be a single mother and you have no support like that, it's hard to ask for help. I didn't want to bring her into a shop sick. Also, I have a Berkey filter. I invested in one a few years ago, so I can filter the water that I get. I would never put my daughter in harm's way. Never, ever, ever. It's been hot and the pets are drinking all the water. That's all. So I like to compare my experience of living in a mobile home in winter to childbirth. Basically saying that if I were to think about it or remember it, I probably wouldn't do it again.
Stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella.
Feeling a bit crappy and humdrum, then remembering, not only am I so lucky to be alive, I live in magical fairyland Ireland. You can't bring me down. Neither can my coughing fit. Should I touch it? Just kidding. Got stung anyway. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Confession time. Many of you have been on this crazy journey with me, from selling my van to deciding to move off grid because I couldn't afford rent, then the debacle with the mobile home, and then the blessing of getting the teaching job. So much has been going on. But now that I work 2 jobs, I'm kind of realizing that my body just can't handle this, and that's okay. I'll admit defeat. I don't like to give things up. I like to see things through, but I also need to listen to my body. We're also really far away from where my work is and my daughter's school. It's okay now because it's summer, but come winter, I cannot fathom managing this space and having any energy. I'm also really sick, and I have been for a while, and I know it's stress related. So I don't know the answer yet, but I do know that I'm going to start opening my life up to other possibilities closer to school and work. So I guess things might change again, so stay tuned.
Before and after. So relieved.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life.
The woman's world, so to speak. Pussy, you sour. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't like pussy in power. Venom. Venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard, then
Oh, hey! Welcome to my vlog, I guess. Why am I here? I don't know. Lots of you asked if I would just vlog my experience. Cake that I made. She looks great. My outfit is a muumuu and some flippy flops. Oh. Hi, Lou! I don't have electricity. I take this along with me everywhere. One of my amazing followers on TikTok sent it to me. It's been such a help. So I just bring this, it sits in the dash of my car and charges my phone. My daughter doesn't want to be in the video, fair enough, so we're not going to feature her. Oh. Yeah, I drive a manual now. Now most cars in Ireland are manuals. So what we do is we also, before we go anywhere, we drive around and look at abandoned houses. Because you never know. We're kind of on the hunt for a place to live. So I just love houses anyway. I think they have soul. So I'll show you one of our favorite. Okay, there it is. Go talk to the neighbor, my chickened out. Midweek vlog coming at ya. So my friend just left. She has bestowed her child upon me. And another friend rang and said, now get this, her dog is at doggy daycare, which is not far from me. And apparently, she missed the barking ride. Dogs take buses. Anyway, my friend is in Dingle, so we're going to go collect the dog and drop her to their house. And then we'll do some shopping. So come along with me. Did you miss the bus? I picture her wearing a backpack, like being left at the bus stop. Welcome to the Burn. So, just stopped for a quick shop, and the cashier was really sweet. She was kind of making fun of Americans and how they talk, and I was like, I'm an American. It was really sweet. Anyway, they were really nice, so shout out to the kind ladies at the Open Sesame in Gort in Galway. And now, check this out. And now, I am going to be chopping up veggies and making a vegan lasagna for my friend who's coming over later. So I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye everyone. Glorious sunny Friday to all of you, wherever you are in this world. I report to you from the west coast of Ireland for another random pointless vlog. We are starting with a morning walk with the puppers. Look at the size of this dandelion. So today we are going to shop again. I have to shop every day because I don't have a refrigerator. And then going to my friend's house to shower and get a massage. She's a massage therapist, so it's not like, you know. and obviously charging our devices. And that's the fun stuff. I won't share the boring work stuff with you because, you know. Look at the devastation. But that smell like more back there. Per usual, I forgot to film in Tesco. Sorry, guys. Just to be clear, a gay person made that shirt, so it's okay. My eyelids are sweating. Living in a mobile home. It's freaking hot when it's hot. Thank God I have this forest. It's gorgeous. I'm actually going to work in the forest now because it's way too hot up there. That's okay though. Look at this view. I'm actually really glad that you asked this question because it's something I was thinking about last night, interestingly enough. My friend said something similar to me yesterday. She said, you know, you always see the bright side in everything. You always see the silver lining and you're quite positive and happy. And I just want to clarify, dudes, my life is really stressful. 99% of the time I would say I'm really stressed. If I'm being blunt, my living situation is far from ideal. It's terribly difficult. It's very lonely. It's a lot of pressure and responsibility on one human. And the stress of knowing that I need a new living situation, like, within a month's time. And there are no prospects on the horizon within my field of possibilities. But look, I can get lost in these moments of stress and dread, which I feel often. And instead, what I do is I try to accept what I currently have and actually see the good in it. For example, I've learned to live without running water and electricity since February. Since February! Me, little princess who showers sometimes twice a day, naturally. Me, the little princess who's not handy at all and whose mom laughed at the idea of me living off grid. I actually am proud of myself. And for what I'm teaching my daughter through all of this. But no, I'm not content naturally. I'm actually consciously working on feeling okay with my situation and accepting it, because I know only then will the right thing come to me. And I'm also reminding myself that my stress response was a coping skill that I developed when I was in a really terribly abusive relationship. I have PTSD, and that was survival skills during those times, and it's not necessarily serving me now. So whenever those feelings come upon me, I just kind of bring myself back to present. I'm gentle with myself. I remind myself of that. And sometimes I let myself sit in those feelings until they pass, and I'm just loving with myself. So that is really the advice that I would give to anyone who's maybe not feeling happy or having moments of extreme stress, just to be gentle with yourself. And I know some people are chemically happier than others. All of that comes into play. So I never want to downplay somebody who tends to be more pessimistic than others. Sometimes that's just how you're born. We are all products of our environments, and it's like a kaleidoscope of bits that come together to create us, right? So there's no one shoe fits for everyone. We're all different, and that's okay. My happiness is a choice. I choose it. I'm consciously choosing to be okay with my situation, knowing that hopefully that will open up space for the right thing to come. But I'm going to be okay here if this is what happens, and we'll just figure it out as we go. So I haven't vlogged in a few days. It's 28 degrees out and like 50 in the mobile home, so I've been a bit... So today's plan is we're going into town. I have to go to the bank, to the shops, as always. Nothing new there. And my daughter is having swimming lessons. This week is surf camp. How cool. And I'm bringing my doggy, and we're just going to find a shady spot to park our car and get some work done, because I actually can't be in the mobile home. Just can't. So come along with us. I always forget to record where I go. So right now we're in the car park of Super Value. I've already gone to the bank, and now we're going to drive to the beach, and I'm actually petrified to see the crowds. They're really bad usually when the weather's good. So I'll let you see. I look like I have some dreads happening here. See you there. Oh, can you see the sweat? I've never seen it so crowded here. I finally found a cool place to talk. So the tarmac, you can literally smell it melting. Anyway, kids are surfing now. I'm here with my Lou. It's amazing how after isolating, quarantine, whatever you call it, for so long, how crowds, I'm immediately repulsed by them. Like, I just wanted to get out and just like panic. Anyway, I can't film when I'm with my friends because they don't really want to be, they don't know what TikTok is. So I'm just gonna chill here for 2 hours and enjoy it. Back home! My daughter got up on the surfboard 3 times. I'm so stoked for her. She's only her 2nd time ever surfing, so proud mama moment. And now it's time for dinner. See you tomorrow, maybe.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
Wherever it goes, I always know that you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just when the sky comes falling, even the sun don't shine, I got faith in you and I, so put your pretty little hand in mine.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
What has dear Lee been up to? Oh my goodness. Well, not all that much. I'm just here doing laundry. Typical Sunday living off grid. You know how it goes. I'm back to work with the little ones. Of course, I'm super busy. I also cracked my brand new phone, so I am on the 3rd phone in a matter of a few months. And I've been really busy trying to find housing because now that the sun sets way earlier and comes up way later in the morning, we're getting up and getting ready in the pitch black before going to work. And it's just not really working. So I've been knocking on doors. I've been ringing people. I think total, I have talked to maybe 11 or 12 different homeowners, and the answer is always no. Even for standard rentals, people are scooping them up. There's just nothing available, guys. So that's where we are. I wish I had better news to give you, but I hope you're all well.
I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me? Do you wipe them just for me?
We grew attached to the tragic flaws that they hide true. You're enough, you're enough, you're enough. I promise you're enough, you're enough, you're enough. I promise you're enough, you're enough, you're enough. I promise you. You're enough, you're enough, you're enough. You are enough. These little words somehow they change.
Did you know that you are more capable than you think? That there are so many things that you can do that you never thought you could? Ah! Back of the killer wasps. Okay, anyway, if you know my story, I feel like I say it a lot if you follow my story. So I have this little black car here, and, well, she's got automatic windows. Sounds so country. Well, they stopped working. My daughter's laughing at me. And long story short, the mechanic said it was more work than needed done. We replaced some cord and they worked for like an hour. Anyway, so I went and got this little blue car that I love so much. But her radiator broke. So you know what I decided with this black car? I said, you know what, there's gotta be some solution that no one's thought about yet. So I went onto YouTube University. Oh God, I love YouTube University. And guess what I figured out? It was a fuse. It was a fuse! Ta-da! So never underestimate yourself. What's that bright thing in the sky?
I can love you in the dark. It feels like we're oceans apart.
Try this as an affirmation. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me.
Good morning! So today is my last day, being 38, and I have a hard time with odd numbers, so I'm turning 39 tomorrow. 38 was a particularly difficult year, but in my 39th year I have some goals. The number one thing I want to do is find a house, obviously. I thought that would have happened before my 39th birthday, but I also really need to see my family in the States. The last time I saw my mom was well over 2.5 years ago, and we are close like sisters. Last time I saw the majority of the rest of my family, who I was really close with, was about 8 years ago. I'm actually going to try to go closer to Halloween if I can figure out how to afford it. An entire day has passed, the magic of social media. It's raining on me. So when I left the States, so long ago, I never thought it might be the last time I would see certain family members, and I found out recently that my uncle is terminally ill, and it kind of hit me pretty hard that maybe I would never see him again, and it was 8 years ago. So this is something I really want to make happen. It's raining! Anyway, love you all so much. Thanks for always being there for me. Harlan! Bye! Coming to you for the last time from my little mobile home. I know a lot of people might be thinking, like, why did you go through all of this effort when you didn't have to? But the fact of the matter is, I did have to. I don't think I'd have the house I have now if I didn't go through all of this. I don't regret anything. I think living off-grid was the experience of a lifetime for myself and my child. Of course, I couldn't have predicted getting the job that I got right after. So things changed, and our needs changed, and there was a few months of worry, but we got our house literally just in time because the sun no longer shines on the mobile home. So say goodbye with me. And now I close the chapter on my off-grid life.
And I don't understand, baby, why can't you?
Which way to forgiveness? Which way do I go? Yeah, it's time to move on, time to get going. What lies ahead I have